like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Doubt you when no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Geis, his first carry of the game, pushing through the contact. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Back to throw. Pittman looking middle, and that's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle throw, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Pittman. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Pittman. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Pittman. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Geis with a carry on second down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Pittman. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
It's coming again.
2
The give is to Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go! Grand 38!
Throwing again. Pittman. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw. Pittman. Over the middle. Sharp's got it complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pittman throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Operating from the gun. Pittman eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to... Strike for 6.
Touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll give to Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go!
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he stopped immediately there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw. Pittman flushed out right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A first down carry by Elliott. Broken tackle. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. Going left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Elliott. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. This is Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Over! Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got got a man right side. It's Sharp. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Now, Barney! Gun!
Back to throw here. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Geis receives the pitch, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Green 39! Green 39! Over! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Over! Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd down. Pittman steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Set! Green 39!
Now Elliott. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Leopard!
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Hey. 4 down.
They go to Elliott again. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Now, Barney! Here we go now! Green 39! All right, now, Lucky 56!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
3-19.
Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Leopard! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw on second down. Pittman escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run with Geis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He's going to air one out, and that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 45 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw. Pittman. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets them 14. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
To throw on 2nd down. Pittman being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will get them 1 closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Just keeping the play alive. Fighting through, and he's got space. Oh, another great move. And a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Still going. They can't stop him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He shakes it off. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them